football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, there's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing his luck, surveying the field. This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
Harris has it over the middle. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Here we go now. Left first.
Murray now. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. His pass caught at the 4. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Luck on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll give the Colts a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 50, it's Luck. He's got time in the pocket. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. On 2nd and 10, Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
On 1st and 10, Locke. A little dump off for Crowell. And he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. What's that? Now? Oh, we're back. Okay, well, something happened to Larry in the halftime show. I guess we're ready for the third quarter. Let's go. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And a look here at the Colts defense. They don't want to change anything. They've got 0 points against them here, so I would imagine the halftime speech was do more of the same, right?
I think you're right, and it's where defensive coordinators have to walk that line of preparing for the adjustments you expect to come, but not taking away the aggressiveness you've already shown. And they've played so well, I think that's the speech. You nailed it. Just go out and do what you've been doing, and we'll adjust if we see anything different later.
To this point, they've been spectacular. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Here's Murray. And this is incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got some space here. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Jennings, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Connor Barth for the point after. And it's 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. To throw on second down is Locke. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He juked him. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup. And the Colts are going to have a first.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense. But a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing. That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
So now it's first and goal. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From back at the 3 now. This is third and goal. Here's Crowell. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts defense, they work their way back onto the field. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders, as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Murray now. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they'll run it on the toss. And an alley to run. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it's good for a New York first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be... Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now.
He'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Jennings with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st down, Locke. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now a handoff to Crowell. Oh, the spin. Spins past another.
Oh, my man.
And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that'll be good for an Indianapolis first.
Good, solid, strong run that not only gets a nice chunk of yardage, but takes the clock under 4 minutes. And now they're going to play situational football. How many timeouts does the opposition have left? How many runs do they need to call to make sure they bleed out those timeouts? But even more importantly, mentally right now, they hold the advantage. They probably have them at the verge of breaking, and what they want to do is finish them off. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's a give to Crowell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And Allen's got it. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Now a 1st down throw, Luck. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. So this is the 2nd consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run with Crowell. And able to push his way. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Again, it's Crowell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, Crowell. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for him. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Set. Green 30.
Here's Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Murray now. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game.
But they got what was desperately needed, and that was the touchdown. Now they need to convert and get ready for the onside kick.
Yeah, still need a miracle, a big-time miracle, but they got in the end zone. Barthon for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home